Hey, doing, guys? This is Joe with LVV. I've got a little tutorial I want to do. So the other day I was evacuating the system, and you see how shredded this O-ring is here? All right. So when we did our evacuation, we tried putting the shredder pin, this pin, shredder that goes in here, and the extractor. We tried getting it through here, but it wouldn't be able to go through because this broken one was in the way. Okay, you see how it's got bits and pieces like this here? It was inside and it was all messed up just like that. So if that ever does happen to you, first of all, I'm going to show you how to change these and get it to the point where you have good gaskets all the time. But just a little sidebar, what I had to do was we had a vacuum, we had an open charge, we're ready just to put the shredder back in. So what we had to do is we had to put, the charge was all in. Instead of blowing the charge, because we couldn't get a shredder back in, so I can't just take this thing off, because then oil and the whole refrigerant's gonna go everywhere. So what we had to do actually was we had to pump it down. Okay, I kept this on. We pumped it down to about 7 or 8 PSI. So it wasn't in a vacuum, but all of the refrigerant, we locked it into the condenser. So we had the high side closed, and then right when we get down to about, say, 6 or 7 PSI, we shut the machine off and we locked in the low side. So basically all the refrigerant was stuck in there, except for maybe like 7 or 8 PSI. So then I took this off and quickly put on my good one, okay? So a little bit of refrigerant was going psh, but as long as you have refrigerant coming out, you don't have anything going in, okay? And you're not gonna lose that good vacuum. We brought the vacuum down to like a 200 micron, which was a great vacuum. I didn't want to lose all that time and everything. So as long as that the refrigerant was coming out, nothing's going in. So we quickly swapped it, and then was able to put the shredder in, and then I was able to open that charge again, and then finish up the charge with the subcoolant superheat. Anyway, so if that ever happens to you, that's what you could do. You could pump it down as long as it's not microchannel. Microchannels are small. It's not tube and fin. It's the real micro. It's the small ones. All right, you'll see them on like Yorks or some carriers and stuff like that, which I'm not a big fan of. Anyway, so if you have a good tube and fin, you can suck it all into the condenser. It'll take more than what just the condenser holds. Anyway, so what you do is you got a bad one, right? Just like this here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take this piece out. Okay, you unscrew it, pull it right out, okay? Or else it's gonna be in your way, just like that there. You take it out, use a magnet, put it down. Then you're gonna take a tool just like this here, get in there and pluck out that O-ring. And then I got these yellow jackets, okay? Even though it's an peon, I believe they work with the same exact gaskets, okay? So it's a 19037 by Yellow Jackets, the O-ring, okay? It's the repair kit. This has a bunch of O-rings inside of it. So if you want to take this apart and the ball and everything like that, you could just buy it from them. But I believe these O-rings are all identical. And I'll let you know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I looked at them and measured them up and everything. So now what we're gonna do is, I have a little bit of oil right here. You always wanna put them in the oil. That makes it easier for it to go back in. It's never easy to go in, but it's easier. You see that? Get a little oil, throw it in there, and then you put it down here. And then what we're gonna do is just gonna place it right inside, like so. All right, and what they say to do is use a blunt edge of a ballpoint pen. I got a marker here. So what you're gonna do is just gonna push it down. And believe me, it's not the easiest thing to do. They try to say like it's easy to do, but it's really not. That's why you gotta grease it up a bit. And then you're gonna push it down. Okay. The other one was a little bit easier. Okay, try to get that in there. Get that in there. Try to spin this a bit. Okay. Sometimes it takes a little bit of finesse, guys. Let's use a little more oil, maybe. First one went in a little bit easier. All right, that's one end in. This is actually a good little magic marker because it's like the exact fit. I was trying to use gloves so I can Alright, I think that's it. I was trying to use gloves on both hands just so I wouldn't have greasy fingers when I'm done doing this. But if you see, I'm not sure if you can, it's in there. Alright, and the black gold oil works really, really well. You know, it's refrigerant oil. So let's see if I can do this out with gacking up my phone. You see that? Now it's in there. There you go. See? Perfect. All right. So now you can get this to go right inside. No problems. See that? All right. And then they say what you could do afterwards is you take another one. It doesn't have to be this. It could be anything with a male. All right, male to female. And then you could just tighten this down and seat that sucker right in there. So you go right in there and you go back out. And that's it. And you're all set. All right. So that's how you're gonna take the gasket out, grease it up. I use a bit of black gold. It's what came with my pump, my JB Platinum. So that's what I use all the time. And it's a really good lubricant. And you know, guys, you should use this with basically every single. Whenever you change your gasket, that's what you want to do. You want to lubricate it up first. That's it, see? Nice and easy. Lubricate it up first, and then slap it in there. It makes a good seal, and it makes it easy to get in there. Okay, so that's it. Peon, good product. These are rated for vacuum, okay, and high testing pressure. Some of them are not rated for vacuum. This one says it's rated for vacuum. So having a good Peon is good. We have this one here for regular conventional, and then we have the one that's a little pink, the pink color, and that's for like the ductless mini splits. These are a little bit bigger, okay? These are like what, quarter, and the other ones are 5/16 or something like that. So that's really it. Don't get stuck. We have a bad gasket. You have to do what I did as an emergency: pump it down, pull it out, so only a little bit of refrigerant comes out. Swap it. It's a big pain. So just make sure you have good gaskets all the time. All right, guys. That's how you change out a gasket. Make sure a black gold is what you're going to use, or some refrigerant that you refrigerant oil that you like to use to lubricate it, because getting it in otherwise is going to be a nightmare. All right, guys. See you guys next time.